2 years, 2 long years of watching a bunch of people go along with the dance for as long as they could until eventually it stopped being a game to them anymore. And I said it a long time ago, but nobody wanted to listen to me because at the time I upset a bunch of people because I pointed out that some black YouTubers suck, but no one wanted to listen to a black person who didn't have the opinion that was, oh my God, the whites are terrorizing all of black America and it's always going to be a problem. You didn't want to listen to me. You called me all these names and you thought I disappeared because you think being an internet bully is a trend when it's not. You need to grow a spine. But even after watching all that and seeing all these white people embarrass themselves in public, trying to make it seem like they don't hate black people.
I mean, I can say it more directly. You weren't gifted, talented, or smart. You were just most likely, statistically speaking, an upper middle class white kid.
Off my property, I can say and do what I want. I believe in the flag.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Apparently all my neighbors are racist.
This is what I think of you. Goodbye.
Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! Black lives... Oh, really? Really? You think black lives only matter to black people? This is the problem with America! This is the problem! This white Karen who thinks only white lives matter! I'm saying black lives matter, I'm saying that other lives don't matter. Black lives matter! Did you hear me say no other lives matter? I said black lives matter! I didn't say no other lives matter. I said black lives matter because they're the ones that are literally getting killed right now. I can't believe there's all these people on my street. They're racist as fuck, hiding in their houses, thinking that I'm the one that's causing a disturbance.
What to do with you? Just, ma'am, just go inside.
Because you think that people are literally, you're trying to get the cops to call your phone. Like that's the situation that you think is going on right now. I'm not on their lawn. I'm not on their lawn.
That, okay? But I have to notify you officially that you are trespassed from that property. So if you step foot on there again, you're going to be charged with criminal trespass.
Oh, okay. This is just like a warning. Gotcha.
Right. So
cool.
With criminal trespass, you have to be told prior to.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
make sense?
Yes.
So
yes.
if you go there again,
you're telling me not to step foot on their lawn.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
It's funny that there are still some black people who exist that don't go along with these narratives, that don't have these talking points, who you will dismiss because they're not the right type of black.
Motherfucker, touch me again! Don't touch me again! Don't touch him!
I'm popping him in the motherfucker name!
Touch me again! I'll fuck you up! What you do?
You don't hit anything. You're just happy boy. Maria, rip your head. Hey! Fuck with me, boy.
You get that sorry piece of shit.
Skull fuck.
Hey, Michael, stop.
And it's funny that these same people who like to say, oh, we must fight against all this white supremacy, we must be the saviors of black America, let me as a white ally help you, you poor African child, black boy, you, I know how to save you. It's funny that clips like this exist of people demeaning somebody and somehow still correlating it to Black Lives Matter.
Get out.
Get out.
Yo, stop.
Get out. Get out.
What you guys doing? Get out. Get out. What you guys doing? What's wrong with
Get out.
you?
Get out. Don't touch me.
Don't you have
Do not touch me.
Get out.
Do not touch me.
Get out. I'm not touching you.
Do not
Oh,
touch
did you just hit me?
Do
Did
not
you
touch
just hit me?
You just hit me.
You just hit me? You too?
Black Lives Matter.
Yo, this is racist. Wow.
Get out. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives
Black
Matter.
Lives Matter.
Stop. Yo, stop. Stop recording me. I don't know you. Yo, you need to stop.
Get
No, I'm not getting out. I was here
Yes, you are.
That person in the video is They are an African American man being confronted by 2 white women. I don't know why. The only guess is that maybe, I'm not certain, I wasn't in the elevator and I could barely see the man's face. He might not have had a mask on, and so they might have a problem with that. And what's funny is that they went through the concerned effort to assault the man. One lady hit the man, all to say that, hey, you living your lifestyle, that's not our lifestyle, get out of the elevator. We're gonna hit you, we're gonna do all this to you, we're gonna scream, we're gonna cry, we're gonna demand you leave an elevator, and still say Black Lives Matter. This game of the white liberal, the white savior, whatever you want to call it, is cracking because you can't keep it consistent. You don't know when to say, I'm all about the black life, and when you want to say, all these black people. You don't know when to say, I'm here to help you, you African, and I'm going to use my white privilege to do so. And when you want to say, I'm tired of all these black people doing things. Keep it consistent. You could just say anybody who's doing something opposite from you, you don't like them. You ain't got to put on this front, especially if you go around saying something dumb as Black Lives Matter, because I already know you can't keep it consistent. Why? Because just like all these old ladies in this video, and just like all you 20-something-year-olds that think you know more about being black than I do, you only jump when there's a white person around that's causing harm to a black person. You won't say jack shit about black on black because that's conservative talk right there, my boy. You won't address anything that's an actual problem other than a white person or a white cop or Trump or somebody else who's white. You will step through the front lines and try to speak for others, and you will embarrass yourself, your reputations, your livelihoods, and whatever community you hold dear that you want to protect. It's embarrassing that continuously you try to be these heroes when you look like the jester. You don't even look like a villain, you look like a fool. And the more you want to do that, fine, go ahead. My only request is that you keep it consistent. And because I know you can, and more of these videos are going to get interesting, it's going to get more and more hilarious watching people who cry Black Lives Matter talk down to a black person, all because they don't do the same thing as you. And again, I said it in the last video, I've said it in the past, I'll keep saying it. I'm not a doctor. Do not come to me for medical advice. I don't have it. I will never get it. I am not going to tell you what to do about that vaccine or mask or that virus. If you get it, cool. If you don't, cool. If you wear a mask in a store, cool. If you don't, cool. Don't bother anybody with what you hold dear in life just because they're not doing the same thing. Mind your damn business, buy whatever you gotta buy, walk wherever you gotta walk, and leave. Nobody cares. Everybody's got their own business and problems. And when you want to be the sanctifying grace hero saying, excuse me, what are you doing? You can't do that here. You're inviting a problem that you started. So in the future, all you want to be heroes that think you know more about what it means to be a compared to me, here's your education. Here's your lesson in what it means to understand something. Understand that everybody don't think the same. I get that you've been told skin folk and kinfolk, but these kinfolk didn't come from the same. These people grew up different. These people grew up with different backgrounds. Everybody don't have the same experience. You got black people who grew up poor. You got black people who grew up medium well. You got black people who grew up rich. We all ain't different. Everybody's not talking about a racial issue. Everybody's not making everything about Trump. Everybody's not making everything about politics. People are just living their life. And when you get pissed off because other people aren't doing what you do and you feel so emboldened to confront them and say all this stupid shit and scream Black Lives Matter at a black person, even though nobody's life was at threat except the black person you were bothering, yeah, you look like a fucking dumbass.
My point was that black kids in Chicago get killed every single day. Where is the Black Lives Matter in Chicago? Where are they? When black people kill black people, they don't come out and do this crap. The only time they do this crap is when a white person touches them. They're the racist. They are the racist. Because white cops, it's wrong for a white cop to kill a black person, that's for sure. But if it matters, it should matter at all times.
So what are you fighting for? What are you fighting for? You're not here to fight injustice. You're here to cause drama.
Will be stop violence. It's not about blacks.
In a unicorn world. That's not a unicorn world.
Period.
Okay, since you're so...
You guys are blacks are oppressed. I am black, I'm not oppressed.
That's
I am
good for you.
free.
That's good for you. That's an individual person. What about a systemic issue?
Where? I am black. I've always wanted to be. I have like I do what I want. You have the skills. This is a country where you have the skills. You want to do what you want. You do it. Stop forcing on people to accept that they're oppressed. They are not. I am not oppressed. I am black. Stop making people accept that they're oppressed. You're forcing a rhetoric into your minds, which is not true. That's my point. Violence is wrong, period. It's not about blacks.
Of course.
You agree that whites kill whites too, right? Have you seen any white person coming out and saying white life matter or white thing? No, violence is wrong.
They literally do all the time. Every time there's a Black Lives Matter
It's a
protest,
violence problem.
a white
It's not
person.
a black problem. It's a violence problem. The blacks kill blacks in black neighborhoods every single day. I've never seen a Black Lives Matter in those neighborhoods. Never. Never. You know what they say? When a black person kill a black in a black neighborhood, they come out and they say, when the police comes, you know what they tell the police? Snitches get stitches.
I know that.
Snitches get stitches. But if a white person kill a black person, Black Lives Matter. Stop the hypocrisy. Nobody takes this seriously. Nobody. If it matters, it should matter in black neighborhoods. You start cleaning at home.
So why don't you go?
You
Why
start
don't you
your
start?
things at home.
Why don't you start?
I'm not carrying anything saying Black Lives Matter. I know I matter.
Why don't you start?
You guys are wasting everybody's time. Okay?
Since you're so
Black
enlightened
kills
about
black
this,
more than any race. Where's the Black Lives Matter?
people kill in their community.
Where's the Black Lives Matter? I am free. Don't try to make.
So in the future, learn to understand that the world ain't your oyster and all these people don't think the same. Cool, we square. I know we're not, because I'm going to have to come back and say all this again. So subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.